threat.
It was. I mean, generally speaking, the big pluses for Acer seem to be a couple of really strong individual performances, but then also just like the overall team cool, right? Like no one is panicking, no one is freaking out. So yeah, they seem to be making some calculated decisions and sticking by them. That's nice, real nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else can we talk about on Overpass? I mean, I guess still the question, the big question, it has to be answered from a CT point of view. How do we hold drop zone and how do we hold that B plateau? Those are like the two biggest issues right now from a CT side.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I mean, it comes down to timing there. It comes down to knowing how, like the nades, the proper nades that you need to be throwing to basically stop that push. A couple of them seem pretty straightforward, but you can have a little bit more fanciness to your play. And that comes with experience on the map, work put in on it. So we'll see if they actually have that. Decoy into the mid door there, as you guys can see, and Threat's going to be backing off. Wentham gets dropped down to 5 HP, and already the pressure is out. Blastball gets straight into Connector, and he gets shut down by Crystal, who holds his own. He's still here, Crystal. He gets a second kill, and that buys enough time for Slap to rotate in. That's the bomb drop now. nerdRage, they're in a tight spot.
That was unreal. Shed is going to be getting a kill on Threat, then but went in the background. Easy execution, and Shed will be alone. That was actually nuts. I hope we can see in replay what just happened to Crystal, because it looked like every single time the terrorist player, every time, I think it was Blaster, or Blasters, yeah, I think every time he did that, every time he AD-AD'd, Crystal would almost like counter AD-AD, and that can't be like, that's not intentional, but it's just like a, I don't know, unfortunate timing for Blaster there. So 1-0, Acer picking up that first round. And a lot was decided in that initial battle.
And we're going to see it now.
Look at this, look at this. Every time he shoots, he walks past. So like, click, 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 click. At
He's
the end,
just constantly on the side.
Oh, no.
You get that rhythm now as well with that AD-AD. You're just getting that rhythm where you're just constantly like switching things up, and yeah, that was brutal. But what was even more beautiful essentially is the fact that Crystal gets on the other side of that pillar, buys enough time to hold off, and this entire time is allowing for Slap to rotate in to save him essentially. Every second is so valuable for Crystal. That made such a big difference. And then the Molotov in here, it's turning into a straight up barbecue. Two guys still alive and connected, but Spitfire spots one out, gets him with the last bullet, and gets taken out by HMP, who just comes out of nowhere. Where the hell did HMP come from, and how did he get there with everybody alive for Acer holding that line?
We must have run in from Plateau. I'm just not sure how Crystal didn't spot him, but... So, I mean, I guess nerdRage, they didn't invest into armor and everything that round. They got 2 kills, which is okay. Yeah, you can see him now. He's actually running with the bomb as well. He got the 1 kill over there. So, good round from HMP.
I was trying to watch and see. We weren't able to spot which way Threat was looking. Maybe he was actually going to stop him from being able to get that bomb plant in that situation. I mean, it's all the same. Solid little round there by nerdRage, making it a little bit more pricey for Acer than Acer would have liked. And now Acer just spreading out on this B site. It's going to be a drop in, and they get right on the edge. Threat, quick reactions from him, picks up 2 kills and backs off. A little bit of a parting gift there as well. Going to make it a bit difficult here for nerdRage to get much done in this round. Considering the bomb just got dropped in Connector as well, it's pretty much curtains for him.
That was so funny what just happened. Joel's turned his back and was waiting for a teammate to flash him in. So he's like, hey guys, I'm ready for the... And then, like, he doesn't even finish that sentence. His head just explodes in front of all his friends. Brutal.
Threat, he's like, this is what happens when you're on my turf.
Yeah.
Making an example. And now Villig, Tom Hanks.
This is like, he was getting ready to jump down backwards. So it was going to be like a little bit of a style as well. So he's like, hey guys, check this out. And then, like, that was that moment.
Beer moment.
Yeah, hold my beer and check this out. Not gonna happen though. Look at this. He's like, yeah, I'm ready. They don't actually have a flashbang, so I'm not even sure. Like, I'm not even sure what it was. I could have sworn that was a flash move.
I guess he was waiting for them to catch up. He was actually going like, guys, where are you? Come on, come on. It's like perfectly safe. And then
it's this way. All right, well, 3-0 for Team Acer. That round we're looking at really well for them. Not really dropping anyone. Sticking with the MP7 as well. No AWP in play on either side at the moment. Let's see if nerdRage can bring it back. Their T-side on Overpass was horrendous. So they have to do better this time, because this is a T-sided map without a doubt. So we need to see a strong T-side as well for nerdRage.
And they are limited on the nades, as we can see. Single flash smoke as well here for nerdRage. And the peek there by Wenton up in A apartments, that forces the smoke out fairly early here, actually. So that's not going to be a fair... It's not going to be too bad a situation there for nerdRage, and all considered. If they can get these nades out of Acer early on, it makes getting onto that bomb site later on in the round much easier. So, incendiary as well onto Jules. That's going to force him back into underpass. And they're still fairly well spread out here, nerdRage, not really making it clear as to where they want to go, although HMP has managed to successfully get out into drop room, but there's still Threat at his back with that MP7. So Threat making sure that there can't be any kind of infiltration coming in here from nerdRage.
Bit of a pop in. Not going to see anyone just yet. HMP, I like this position. He can hear them running. He must have heard... Yeah, look at this. He knows Slap went that way. He knows Spitfire went the other way too. So he should have a good call here. They got 20 seconds. That's a big problem. They can't actually wait for him to backstab. They're going to have to go right now. Villig going to pick up the first kill there on Crystal. Now, Bomb has to go down quick. Threat going to get the one kill in 11 seconds. Where is that plant coming through? It's still a 3v3 and the bomb is dropped. Oh no, they have to do it manually. 5 seconds and Slap just has to stay alive. And then he's going to win the round here. No chance for HMP. And even worse, Slap probably going to get this kill. And that is horrendous here. That was... If they had 15 more seconds, that would have been a godlike play. Because they would have been able to backstab everyone rushing to A. And it would have been no problem. But they had to go before then. Because otherwise they'd run out of time.
Yeah, they didn't actually have enough for the plant. And it's... Oh. HMP, he's like, I got $700. Sweet, get a deagle. Like... What is this? He spends all of his money in this round. Pretty much going to be a Tech 9 buy for him in the next one. The rest of his teammates going for Tech 9s, P250s as well. And this is going to be another round of eco here for nerdRage. 4-0 for Acer. So far, their CT side going fantastic.
And HMP thinking, sweet, I got $700. I'll buy the Eagle. Crystal thinking, sweet, I got $7,000. I'll buy an auto sniper. You know, there's a bit of a difference there.
That auto as well, man. That could be brutal. I'm not sure about buying an auto when, you know, they're going to be ecoing. Maybe just, like, kind of farm up. Don't really want to get it dropped anywhere or risk losing this expensive gun. It's like $5,000 right there that he just dropped. So it always makes me edgy where it's like, okay, hey, yeah, I'll get the AWP really fast, and I'm going to hold this aggressive angle. Hope that they can't just, like, run and gun me with the Tech 9 like we see every time.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. The kill reward is pretty miserable. And it is dangerous if you end up giving it away for no reason. But they're going to be fine. They've stolen the Tech 9 from earlier, and see how far they can push it now. 5-0.
Crystal did get 2 kills, so okay, Crystal, fine. You know what? If you can get 2 kills, it's all right. You get the job done. And now we get to see it. 5-0 now, and nerdRage get the money to be able to buy up here. So they have that AWP on Villig, actually. It's not going to be going anywhere else on HMP, for example, who's only got that Galil. So actually, HMP, all things considered, he did get some decent... He did get enough money to get a reasonable buy out of this.
I do want to point out that nerdRage have 2 people that are, you know, James Bond candidates at the moment. Blaspher and Joel's are both at 0, 0, and 5.
Oof.
So you got to be careful. No one wants to pull James Bond. That's not a good thing.
No. Oh, and there we go. Crystal, he goes a bit too far with that adjustment, and he's going to get that. Oh, and it goes on the wrong side.
Yeah, but now he's scoped up in middle here. One click is going to be horrendous, and there it is. Shed will be dropped, and Joel's died as well to a shot from Wenton, so it's a 3-on-5 and not looking good at the moment.
They need to work their way through here. Threat, don't you dare go for that tick right now, because you're going to need that gun. And he managed to pick up both kills, stopping this flank. Blasphemy and HMP not able to get anything done. Last man alive is going to be Villig. He's got that. Oh, he's got that AWP, but he misses the shot onto Crystal. That gives away his position, so they could actually try and hunt him down. He tries to go for the bait here. Nicely done. Picks up a kill for free on Wenton. But the remaining members here for Acer are all closing in from all angles as well. They're even trying to box him in with that flank coming in from Slap, making sure that he can get up here in a T-spawn. So there is no way out now for Villig.
I think Villig actually knifed the arch in frustration that he jumped into it. That was kind of funny. They're not going to try and save the orb. I think that I agree. I wouldn't try and save the orb either, because when this map was introduced, we just tried to do a lot of theory crafting about it and said, you know, what's going to be good, what's going to be bad. And the popular opinion seemed to be, and I think I was pretty one of the people, like, trying to convince other people of it as well, that double up would be like the most powerful thing ever on this map. But it actually turns out being super mobile and running around the middle is really important. Probably you can make a double up work, but a lot of teams really prefer being mobile. Look at this slap. Oh, Tech 9 couldn't get it out in time. Spitfire did a pick up a kill and a double as well. Nicely handled. HMP, last man standing, and backup is coming in quick. He has to finish this. Gonna get a good headshot there on Spitfire. So 1v2, at least it's an expensive round for Acer, but for him to win it now is not going to be easy.
No, it certainly will not. The one thing he has going his way, and he realizes it there as well, he could have committed it to that site, but he realized, hey, I have a minute left. I actually don't have to take that risk that I might run into the open, into that Scar 20. Instead, he rotates back through underpass, and, oh, he's going to go straight through A apartments, actually. But because of these all these seconds ticking off the clock here, Acer are going to start realizing, wait a second, and they should probably think about rotating somebody back to watch that pointy letter.
And there is an additional issue here, which is that if he gets the bomb down, they've got 2 Molotovs, which means they can really like firebomb out a large part of the bomb site. So where does he go? What's a good after plant in a 1v2 for this position? It would be great if he could play in behind this, like the house, the shed that's here. The hut, I suppose we'd call it. If he could play behind the hut, it would be fine. But he won't be able to for a long time because they're probably going to come and firebomb him out.
And you can see Wenton actually rotating around fairly close. Bomb gets planted, and now they realize they're already rotating over. Wenton can get here fairly quickly. The flash is going to be more effective on HMP than it was on any CT.
Really wanted him to save that smoke for the Molotovs. He really doesn't know that they have them, but it's going to be tricky. He's really close to the truck here. Going to spray down one. A good position, in fact, from HMP. Oh, can't get the second spray. Very nicely handled. Much better than I thought. I thought that was going to be way scarier, but gets into a good spot there. Nearly takes the 1v2. At least secures a bomb hunt for his team. Team Acer are still going to win it, though, and make it 7-0. And nerdRage, they have obviously money, but this is starting to get really scary.
All right, you got to give points to Crystal there for throwing away his Scar 20 for an M4. Because I thought that he still had that Scar 20. I was a little worried for him there for a second. The fact that he had that M4, though, made all the difference in the world. 7-0 now for Acer going into this 8th round, and it's looking fantastic for them. nerdRage are the ones who are struggling, but because of that bomb plant, they can get a pretty healthy buy going into this one. And they are going for some aggression early. Nice nade combos, and they nearly catch out Threat. HE not going to kill him, though, so he's down to 50 HP. Now nerdRage, instead of committing to this, they decide to back off. They do leave Villig here to hold these angles, looking to connect to there, but they aren't going to try and just suicide down, basically, and jump. Only after the nades.
Getting zoned out a bit inside. Are they going to try and walk their way through the smoke? Oh, it looked like it for a moment. Spitfire now. How is he going to realize there's someone so close? Gotta be careful here. Once you get control of drop zone there, and you start to open up the map, it's really hard to hold the B-bomb side, actually. Wenton jumping on over, does spot out Joel's, and really does a decent amount of damage. HMP's also less than half, and Shed is low as well. nerdRage, gonna be a hard round to win here if they keep taking that much damage, but Slap goes down, and HMP, can he open up the bomb site here? There's only one person holding inside, and that's Spitfire. He gets dropped as well. And Acer, they are completely out of position. I'm wondering what kind of information they got to rotate that heavily towards A. Nice shot from Villig, and goes for a second one. Turns around for a double, but for a triple, sorry, we're not going to be able to get it.
Oh, man, that cleanup.
He goes down to Joel's, but that still shows the power of the auto sniper, and Joel's is going to steal it away. 7-1, and pretty decent money. I mean, 2 people at plus 10,000. Threat and Slap starting out like that.
107 for both Shed and Joel's right now, though. But I'm wondering if it wasn't because of Joel's getting spotted out in Palace earlier, or in A apartments, if that made the difference. If that's why they started rotating over, thinking, okay, perhaps it is going to be an A site. You know, they're going to come through underpass and A apartments and try and crash here.
They spot Joel's, and Slap gets taken out from HMP, but only sees, he only sees HMP. He doesn't see anyone else over in that side of the map. So that's also like a huge indication. He probably feels like, okay, I found the one guy. And actually, well, we'll go into that a bit here as Villig picks up 2 good kills. Oh, sorry, one of them was Blaster there, but 2 good kills for nerdRage, and they're a man up. But lurking over here is going to be Slap in the corner. They got the smoke up, yes, but if they forget to check this, they have a Molotov. They could hard check it if they really wanted to. But one misstep here is going to cost them.
Yeah, they did step, so Slap knows that somebody's close now. We'll see when he decides what he decides to go for here. They're actually going to commit. They don't even check. It is going to be a 1-for-1, though. Great reactions there by Villig to turn the tide. He nearly gave it up, but he will actually save his teammates there. And now, well, HMP scoped up, looking the wrong way. Crystal, actually, rather, it's Crystal, of course. Crystal, who was scoped up, looking the wrong way. HMP instead will be the one to pick up that kill. Now Wenton, not long for this world. HMP ruthless in his hunt. He picks up 2.
So the other thing that I was going to really go into here is that one of the most common strats that we've seen so far on this map is having one guy lurk B plateau and then have everyone else play somewhere else. If you go back to Fnatic, Olofmeister, all the time over there, playing the edge of the smoke, playing alone on the plateau, trying to get in, get a kill. So it's not uncommon. It's not unreasonable, I think, for them to lose Slap over there and for him to make the call back and see. I only saw one. he's probably the lone lurker. The rest are going to be at A. Because then you said, like you said, Joel's also got spotted out over there. So I actually think that combination of information is what made Acer make the call. Actually, not a bad call, I think. It was just wrong this time. But it was probably, based on what they knew, that was a very reasonable idea.
Oh, and look at this aggressive push out through A apartments. 3 guys on that A site. Did they show that to Shep? That would be a lot of information to give away, and that could actually be explaining why there was a prompt reaction on nerdRage's side. They just go rushing out onto that B site.
Oh, the bomb!
What threat actually gives? He's gifted the bomb, but Villig does come through connector and get that backstab. He is going to save the day here. He should be able to pick up that bomb and run it onto the site fairly quickly.
Oh, wow, that's big. Spitfire going to be taking down HMP as well. 2v2, yes, but both Joels and Villig are fairly low, and they're going to counter boost up. This is very smart here. If they can just at least do it quickly. Oh, no.
What?
That is not cool. How is Joel still alive? Molotov is going to be not used because he's already fallen out of there. Joel's walking in, trying to see if he can get the spray down. Here is Slap. Gets dropped. It's all on Spitfire. He's not going to kill. He's going to get the first shot there. Rotates back in and goes down to Joel. So that did not seem like a round that nerdRage should have won at all. Team Acer definitely screwed up a couple of things there.
I agree. I agree. That was chaotic. I mean, Acer, apparently they showed that they had 3 guys there at top mid because nerdRage instantly started pushing onto that B site. But the way that they did it, it was clunky. It felt slow. It felt just like ill-organized. That was not well done there by nerdRage. Way too close. Really surprised that Acer were able to bring it back in that situation. Because considering they were all rotating over, essentially, or 3 guys were rotating over.
Well, Smoke is actually going to leave a bit of a gap then. Wondering if that's intentional. Because they're going to spot him. Yeah, they're going to spot him jumping over. He's got to be really careful here. Falls back behind, but there's a Molotov out trying to force him back. And he's going to follow up with a proper smoke that will actually block everything, I think. So 7-3, but nerdRage finally coming alive here on this first half of the 3rd map.
This is like the longest, the longest battle through smoke ever. Like a full 40 seconds of it. nerdRage, I mean, apart from doing some damage to Slap, not too much accomplished. The flashed over, but nobody blinded so far, and they're going to be able to rush out onto the plateau now. Villig getting eyes on that site, trying to spot out the man. Slap is there holding, and there's the smoke to go down, but Slap does pick off Blast, but before the strike can come through, Splitfire is going to be here holding close, just waiting for somebody to drop down, and both of them are going to line up, and the perfect double spray. Villig just a second too late there to save his mates.
If not for Spitfire, this be nerdRage round as well, but Villig's going to go down. Crystal with a good double in return. I mean, if they kill Spitfire in that corner and don't lose the 2, then they're playing a great round already. Yeah, wow. Big turnaround there. 8-3, nerdRage, just not a lot of money. What are they gonna do? This is the point, yeah. I mean, they're only gonna buy in a couple. Almost wish they do it on everyone here. So don't think they can afford to give up many more rounds. 9-6 is like almost the best they could have gone for unless they come up with a miracle right now. And I'm not sure that's a little bit scary.
Oof, and what happened to Threat? How did he get dropped down to 4? He must have got long-range headshot at some point with that Tech 9. They're going to run right in. They do manage to spot out Threat, but he's still alive. Slap saving him in the end. It's going to be Villig and Blast by getting taken out. And now nerdRage, they've just lost 2 of their Tech 9s. HMP and Joel still trying to find a way through, but Shed taking a lot of damage. Much more effective this time as far as that spray through on that smoke on long. And Crystal will find a kill. Slap steps in, takes out Shep, and this is just a little bit clunky again here for nerdRage, just getting split up and picked.
I mean, I'm not sure if it was much of a trick up there between Slap and Crystal, but if it was, definitely credit to them. Crystal empties his M4A4 through the smoke, like all 30 bullets, and then that's when they try and move through, but Slap's on the other side still with the full magazine, so it makes sense, right? That you're thinking, oh, he's reloading, I'm gonna go. That is, yeah, audio can be used to fake out your enemies quite a bit in this game if you weren't aware, and we've seen some cool examples of it. One of my favorite ones is probably on Dust 2 B site, where you have a guy back plateau shooting into the hallways, and then a guy really close. So anyone playing upper dark from the T side is going to think, oh, I can hear him shooting far away, and then suddenly there's a guy really close. That could be a fun trick sometimes.
You gotta love, man. You're going for the mind games, really. A lot of it comes down to that.
Villig is going to be moving forward. Close to the smoke is Wenton playing. One flash through, he's spotting right at the edge. Nice idea. But that smoke definitely doesn't help him that much.
Yeah, fresh smoke going down there. At the minute mark as well. We have that rotation coming out from nerdRage. nerdRage really aren't interested in that. I mean, it felt like they were interested in the A site quite a bit to begin with, but now they're starting to gravitate towards that B site where they've had a little bit of success. And then Spitfire's like, well, why are you over here? HMP gets shot in the face, and it's going to be Village to take out Wenton. Double kill coming in, actually. Shed does take out Spitfire, but Spitfire roasts him. 1-for-1 trade, and Billig taking the long-range battle, losing it versus Crystal over on the A site. That did hold Threat over there just a second longer, so Joel's could actually catch him off guard. We'll see if Threat checks, and Threat will actually check. Doesn't fall immediately. Joel's runs right out into Slap.
Yeah, almost no escape there. Now Blastfire has to come up huge here. Two of them are very low on health, so it's doable. If he can kill Slap, maybe he can deal with the other two. Gonna go for the spray on one. Tries to just transfer onto Slap, but not gonna be quick enough at the defuse. Plenty of time for it as well. So 10-3, moving into the last couple of rounds here. And they just do not still have a lot of money. Even with the bomb plant, they are very poor, but they have to buy now. And I think this is definitely the right call.
Yeah, they need to get more rounds. I mean, hell, ever since the updates came through here for this, the changes to the B side, to the A side, both, I mean, we've been seeing more rounds getting picked up for the T side consistently here. So 10-5, I mean, we really expect to see more of like a 9-6, 8, even 8-7 sometimes for T side. 10-5 is definitely a stretch for nerdRage, so they're feeling the pressure now at this point. They go for this combination buy.
Something that does trouble me is, though, they actually, at least 3 of their members went without head armor. So when you're playing T side, that's not a cool choice. I almost wish they would have gone like Galil instead, and then like Galil head armor, because playing without head armor is just scary at this level. And we might be able to see an example of it in a second. I mean, Shed so low that it doesn't matter right now, so he could get shot anywhere. But Joel's, one click from an M4 and he's gone.
Yeah, no, that's accurate. Well, right now nerdRage are kind of balled up. HMP is going to go running through, and again, look at that Slap. Giving away that he had no more bullets. He just reloads in time, however, and HMP going to miss his window to get a good punish in there. Now a 2-man advantage for Acer in this scenario. They've got the nerdRage boxed in with 50 seconds left. This smoke is going to clear up soon here on Slap. And waiting on the other side is a man with an AK. Joel's perfect there with the timing. Spitfire gets spotted out as well behind Henhouse. And this is actually a pretty brutal position for him to be holding him, because he can just get wall banged down. He does make the run onto the site, however, and he hits a sick headshot on a Villig. And he knows that the last man is alive on Plateau, or at least the last man here that he's spotted. Shed still waiting in connector for a lurk.
Yeah, Shed can't really help him out either now. They finally get into a good position here. Shed's going to go down, and Joel's, there's the click headshot, and he's gone. So 11-3. And nerdRage for the final round here. They buy whatever they can, obviously. Could be worse, but it's still not exactly great, is it? This is a powerful performance from Acer.
Yeah, they are really dominating on this map right now. And clearly had a lot more experience on it. And we haven't even seen their T side yet. They do have some pretty interesting strats as far as T side is concerned, Acer. So nerdRage definitely, I mean, it can get worse, right? It can definitely get worse for them here. The 15th round, 11-3, and it is going to be 3 Tech 9s for nades, essentially on nerdRage's side. 2 AK, well, not even 2 AKs, a single AK and a Galil on Joel's. This is brutal, and the flash into underpass, perfect. The crossfire, just a thing to behold. Wenton is just cleaning up right now with his own AK, and he gets another kill. It's Blastfa all by his lonesome, and he does pick up Spitfire coming in through connector, but 1v4 right now, and he is nowhere near that bomb.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do, really? They are all grouped up down there. Would require the sort of mistake that we haven't actually seen Acer make ever in these 2 best-of-3s that we've seen from them so far here in the group. They haven't ever like just lost their minds and said, let's just go hunt for him. We're 4v1. We can easily take him. They always played super cool, which is wonderful. Slap and Crystal top fragging. Villig doing really well as well, but then on the other team, there's a big drop-off after that. Really big drop-off on nerdRage.
Shed has had a real rough time. Joel's as well. I mean, the 2 guys essentially who are sitting on 007s.
Yeah.
They do, I mean, 2 and 3 kills respectively. That is rough. Just impressed to see that once again it's Villig who's kind of leading the charge for nerdRage. Tom Hanks, man.
I mean, you got to wonder at this point, if this is like the sort of individual performance where anyone who's doing like talent scouting out there or anything, they're looking at him like,
Yeah.
Could we poach him? Could we steal him away?
Well, you wonder.
Bribe him with monitors and a graphics card. Maybe he'll come play for us.
Well, you wonder, right? With Disturbed, now sitting on the bench for Encore, says that he'll still be around to play, but he's not actually going to be competing, and that opens up a slot on the best finish team right now.
True.
So they should, the talent scouts, they should be out there hunting.
Yeah, definitely. You know what it meant to be sponsored when I was playing like competitive Counter-Strike in 1.6 and 1.5-ish?
Well, I meant you got a mouse pad, right?
Oh, that was like high grade. If you could get like mouse pads, then like the steel pad, like that was like a glass one. If you could like the ice mat, sorry, the ice mat. If you can get that, then that was super high grade. No, it was like you could get a Ventrilo server somewhere. Like if you can get a Ventrilo server for your whole clan, or maybe like even a Counter-Strike server somewhere you could practice on. Damn, man. Then you made it big. That was big.
That was hardcore, man.
And how popular a clan was, like how good you were, also generally was like based on the size of the IRC channel. They got 100 people on IRC at all times. Like they must be a good clan. You know, something's going on here. All right, Joel's in the middle, P2000 in hand, and he is going to get Glock trained to death. Slap will take him out, and Joel's not having... These last two maps have been really hard on him, haven't they? Villic smoked off, though, and the Terra's team still is pushing forward. Wenton taking out one Spitfire with a kill, and Villic is down to 8 health. Hard to carry when you're a click away from death.
Yeah, and his teammate, though, does manage to pick up one. Villic will take out Slap. He's got that 5-7 in hand. He needs to try and, well, he's going to go and peek on balcony. Of course, Crystal's going to be waiting for him. He takes him out. HMP now the last man alive here for nerdRage. And the triangle has been set. Wenton with the backstab. Not going to go for the knife, even though he could have. He definitely could have, but he decides to show mercy. Just get the job done. And we're on 13-3 now going into the second half. Acer going to have the money to buy nerdRage. What do they go for here? Do they go for the hard eco? Do they go for the force? Yeah, it's going to be the force buy. Okay, then.
Yeah, if you're gonna take around the sort of turn around the super tanker that is Acer right now, you have to start early, right?
Yeah, I can't give them any time. I mean, I do kind of feel like nerdRage right now are that sailboat, you know, that kind of just got stuck in the channel, no wind. They're desperately paddling.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, you're right. They're not actually trying to like turn the super tanker. They're just trying to paddle out of the way, like.
No, that's nerve-wracking, man. Spitfire, he will actually open up strong here. Managed to pick up the first one here. Tech 9 in hand. Crystal long-range battle versus Villig, and he wins it. Joels does get on the board, so hey, buying a 5-7 actually worked out for him. They're managing to drop Acer kind of low here, actually. This is going to be big. Shed coming in big. Both of the bottom fraggers, essentially, for nerdRage, coming up big in this second round.
Oh, and Slap going to be able to take down Blaster. And Crystal did a really good choice because he was fighting it out with Joel's outside, and he actually decides, I'm not going to fight, I'm going to run. And that's that point in time, that was definitely the smarter move. Hard for Joel's to get in here and really do much. He's not got a kit, he's not got any grenades, and they actually do have one on Slap as well. So if Joel shows himself here, he could get instantly dead by just that one grenade. He's going to walk in with his back turned and hiding in the corner. Not going to realize Crystal is there. 14-3. It's getting worse and worse.
No, it's not. This is not fun at all for nerdRage, and it's going to be that vicious cycle now where Ace are now up on 14 rounds, and they are going to have to force again. So they can't afford to play or attempt to play perfect here throughout the rest of the CT half. They need to try and get at least a little bit of a cushion, be allowed one error in this half, so they need to win this one right here. They have a few more nades to work with, so it could get a little bit easier for them in this round perhaps. But as far as Acer are concerned, they aren't wasting any time at all. This HE right onto Blastfa does max damage straight through the Kevlar. That hurts.
Oh, man. What are you going to do about that? I mean, no fun at all. They're so close to the smoke, they're not going to slow down for it. They want to keep pushing through and running with the AK. Slap going to be taking out Villic and hiding very close by. It's going to be HMP. And all he has is a 5-7. And they're going to check him as well. Wenton standing on his face as he's just firing that Galil into his helmet. Shed and Joels are left. And it will be 2v5. So Team Acer, I mean, can't take anything away from them. They played godlike on this cobblestone map.
Yeah, it's clear to see just the level of experience, the difference in experience on this map right now. nerdRage struggling. Acer definitely feeling confident right from the get-go. Slap to pick up that kill onto Joels, and it's going to be Shed. He gets spotted out here in connector towards A site. It's all about the hopeful battle, and he's going to drop Spitfire down to 4 HP, but there's just no luck, no joy. Happiness has been forgotten. nerdRage, they're about to walk off into the Finnish wastes.
2 MP9s and the Max 7 then.
Now, if the MP9s are broken right, we're going to see them win this round. OP SMGs.
Yeah, I mean, you can jump and shoot with them. That's pretty cool. And also a little bit scary, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Double smoke on in. And are they going to do anything behind it? Already getting fired on through the smoke then. Good grenade here, could do a little bit of damage, but it's going to hit right in between of all of them, so it's a little bit of a shame. I do like the fact that Joel's is making his way up behind. He's actually flanking the whole team, but Threat might actually find this out any second now. Yeah, he's going to be perfectly on time here, and he ends up dropping Joel's as well.
Shame for Jules with that MP9, not able to get anything done with it, really just dropping Threat low. And now it's the counter boost coming out here from Blastfoot, but again, Acer going to be in position. Although they are setting up with the smokes, there should be Spitfire. He's got a gun right close. So let's see if he walks into this. The Deeg headshot, he changes it up. Shot does go through, but Spitfire gets the job done, and Slap is there to take out Shed. HMP is down, and it's going to be Villig. And wow, they're already leaving the game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, normally, sometimes you say, oh, you should give your teammate a chance, but I mean, Villig was not going to make that anyway. I think they're a little bit upset that they you know, brought it so well in the first map, and then just couldn't finish overpass and couldn't actually get the job done here on Cobblestone at all.
That was the decider, basically, to sort out if they were going to get upper bracket or not, though.
Yeah.
So it's like, don't rage. You're not out of the tournament. You still have a shot. You can still run it back through the lower bracket.
Yeah.
Come on, Jules.
That's what they're going to have to try and do. That lower bracket's not going to be easy, though. There's going to be a lot of good teams down there as well. And then, yeah, that's going to be it here. Obviously, through to upper bracket in this group is going to be Fnatic and Team Acer. So, pretty cool stuff. I mean, Team Acer, they had a really good run. You can see there in the winners match. They did 2-1 against Fnatic. They took a map off Fnatic.
Yeah.
That's cool.
No, that was a real pleasure to watch last night. A bit of an